Hello everybody, Tom Grissigan here with another Conan Exiles video. We went over some of the new stuff in the last video. This time we're going to see what kind of damage it does. I did this video a couple of years ago about all the different tiers and stuff like that, so I figured it would be a good time to redo that, get some new information, see if anything's changed. Alright, this is the new tier 1 building style called Flotsam. It is equivalent to sandstone, basically. So it shouldn't take too much to destroy this. It's only got, 10,000 hit points for the foundation. Only got 2,500 for the door, 7,000 for the wall, and the ceiling. So, considering that I believe one jar can do enough to take out most everything here, we're only going to put one jar down here. So we have this here. As you can see, you cannot put it on the steps. That is a good thing to know, because the farther away the explodey bomb thing here is, the oil jar or explosion jar or whatever you want to call these things, the farther away they are, the less damage they do to the structure that want them to. So if you want them to do massive damage to the front door, you want to put them right next to the top steps here. This would be as close to the door as you can get. Now this is only if they have this set up. Some people like to vault their bases up in the air, and they have really long staircases, and in that case the best thing you can do is to take out the staircase and then take out the foundations. But if they're set up like this, this is as easy as lighting this and taking off. You can also shoot them with an arrow. Do that and roll away. Alright, as you can see, that was still enough to blow open the little tiny door. Okay, so it did way enough damage. Alright, it did basically half damage to everything. Give or take a few hundred points. So, as you can see, these are not very sturdy. So we will move on to the next one. Just to give you an idea here, we can throw a grease bomb on it. Also, we can throw a fireball on it. And this will probably cook the rest of that wall down. Guessing. Now I have God mode on, obviously, so you don't want to get this close. But if you didn't want to use explosives and you wanted to get into a place like this, you could use fire orbs and grease orbs. They're not hard to come by. They would do an efficient job at taking this down, but obviously explosives would be better. So now we got the last 500 points left. So we'll just lob the grease ball and another fireball. As you can see, that was enough to take care of it right away. You see, these are not very strong at all. So let's move on to the tier 2. Wait a minute. First, let's get rid of this building. Obviously, like I said, I'm in God mode, so I don't have to worry about dying. You don't want to be very close to any of this when it's going off. Alright, that should be enough to get that off. So, as you can see, 3 of those jugs, well, technically 4 because the first one blew up, was enough to obliterate everything. Don't build in that if you are doing endgame stuff. Bye. So, now, let's get the other one built, shall we? Alright, this is the tier 2 buildings. They are, well, this one in particular is called stone brick. The other one that you can use is insulated wood. That looks like this. It is exactly the same for damage wise and everything, just looks a little different. So this is tier 2, and this one should take a little bit more to get down. We're going to put 2 at first. That should be enough, I think, to take care of the door. What was the hit points on the door again? I forget. 12, 5, and yeah, it should be enough to knock open the door. Provided it doesn't roll away like it did last time. And it looks like it's going. So, anywho, had that stayed still like it was supposed to, it probably would have been enough to knock down the door. Yeah, most likely would have. So, that was 2. Not falling the way I wanted to, but this is a good example of what you're going to go through when you're going to use these jars in the game. Obviously, I'm in God mode, so I don't have to worry about blowing up and dying. But you see, that 4 was enough to knock open that door. Now, if you were able to place them better and closer to the door, it probably would have only taken 3. It does about 7,000 points of damage per, but that's only when it's right next to it. As you can see, this foundation here is hurting pretty good. It's taken almost 20,000 damage. So, stairs have got to be pretty close to done too, yeah. So you can see that those 4 jars did almost 20,000 or 20,000 damage to most of the surrounding stuff that, you know, take that. So, moving on, that's how much it would take to get in the door. Now, obviously it's going to take a little bit more to get rid of the rest of the foundations. But that was 4. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll say 10 altogether. We'll put aside here. Alright, now let's say, okay, you got the door open, you got your stuff. Now you want to have a little funsies. So you put all these explosives in here. Now I suspect that this will be enough to get the job done. Oh, I thought I hit it. Mistaken. So that's 8. Looks like it'll be mostly destroyed on the next go around. We'll put another volley of 4 in there. That should demolish the rest of it. Well, it didn't completely destroy everything, but you get the idea. Now, Tier 3 has like 12 different options you can choose from. Well, technically only 11 or so. I don't remember exactly. But I will, if you watch my last video about the foundations, you'll see how many there were. They're all the same though. From the reinforced stone to all the new ones. All the new ones except for the flotsam are considered tier 3. So there are, like I said, I think it was 11 when I counted, maybe 12 different tier 3 options, and only 4 of the other options. There's only 2 tier 1 and 2 tier 2. And then there are like 11 or 12, I don't remember exactly, different options for tier 3. I'm only going to show one option in this demonstration because to do 11 of them and they would be exactly identical, so it wouldn't be, it doesn't make a difference. Alright, here we are with the Yamatai, or something anyway. It's very oriental looking. I'm not sure oriental is the right word. Maybe it's Mediterranean-ish? I don't know. I'm not very good with designs and stuff like that. But this is it is considered tier 3. As you can see, it's made out of the hardened brick and the steel reinforcements and the shaped wood. Gives you an idea of it should be tier 3. If you see also that the foundations are 100,000 and the walls are 70,000. That's a pretty good indication that they are tier 3. Alright, now, as with the last one, forgot to put these away. We will throw some explosives at it. Now this is tier 3. This is the top tier stuff. So this is going to take a bit of doing. I'm going to try and get the door open first. So I'm going to get as many around this as I can. Give you an idea of how you would do this with jars. Now, obviously there are other ways of raiding bases. This is just to give you an idea of how much damage it can take. You could use a trebuchet, you can use the oil jars, or orbs, whatever you want to call them. Alright, what do we got here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, okay, I counted right. So, this is 10 of them, as close to the front door as I can get them. Really gotta stop me. And if you want to prevent that from happening, you can use arrows and shoot them, and it will go off instantly. As you can see, we created a wall of fire. Doesn't look like anything got destroyed though, but we'll wait until it cooks and see what the results are. Looks like that was enough to kick open the door. So, anywho, let's go see what we did for damage. Oh, we pretty much took care of mostly everything in the front here. Door is almost down. What's the foundation at? Oh, well, the foundation has still got some hefty damage left to be done. Stairs are almost toast. The door frame is almost toast. The wall, it's not doing too bad really. But as you can see, it's very localized where the damage was. I'm actually kind of surprised at how much damage this door frame took. I didn't think it was going to take that much. But the rest of it's pretty much what I expected. As you can see, it takes at least 10 to do any real damage to a tier 3. And that's, like I said, just the front door area here. Now, if you were trying to blow it open and there wasn't a door there, obviously you wouldn't have got in because none of the walls, none of the floors got destroyed. So, let's see what it would take to get the rest of them down. I want explosives. Yes, I am. No matter. think they go right in the inventory. Anyway. Now, for this one, we're going to pretend like there was no door there, because I can just put them on the inside. I want to show how it would be, like if you were just trying to blow somebody's outer wall, and you were trying to be in an area that wasn't like the front door, because sometimes people have hefty defenses on the front end of their base and whatnot. Alright, so we did 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, 20. Now you do want to be careful while placing these jugs, because all you have to do to knock them to set them off is to touch them. As you can see, I didn't hit no button there. I just ran into it with my physical self. Alright, now you can see we've set off 10 more. Looks like we took care of the stairs, possibly the wall. Let it cook for a little bit. Alright, let's see what we did. Okay, we took care of basically the front walls. We almost took out the foundation that we were around. That's down to 30,000. But 20 of them was able enough to take out at least one wall of relatively close proximity. So if you'd have put, well, let's see what the back wall's at. Yeah, see the back wall is still almost full, as well as the foundations. So you can see that it doesn't really travel through the walls much. It's right where you place them. So the closer you can place it, the better. Since we basically placed 20 along the front end of this building, the front end of it was annihilated. So we did manage to get into the building. That would be a successful raid. Now, it wouldn't be right to leave this building the way it is. We must get rid of it. So, we shall. Alright, so 20 plus another 7. So 27 jars. Here we go. As you can see, it didn't fall over that time because it's unstable. Alright. We got the back wall here. The back walls are significantly more damaged. Looks like the ceiling stayed intact except for one. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that, say, like 30 would be enough to annihilate this building. But that gives you an idea of what it would take to destroy all the tiers in Conan Exiles. Now, this is based on the flat rate servers, like if this would be like official type servers, because I haven't changed any of the damage, I haven't changed any of that. So if you're on a private server, they can change the damage and stuff like that that the buildings take. So it could be subject to change, but this is the single player mode. All I did is put in the cheat so I could fly around and not die every time we had an explosion. So this gives you a better idea of what you need to do to get rid of a building if all you got at hand is explosive jars. Like I said, there are many ways to do this. A really fun way to do it would be the trebuchet, which, you know, there's not much left of this building, so I don't think I could hit that small of a target. The trebuchets are obviously for more of a siege type of thing. But anyway, I hope this was helpful, and have a good one.